Meanwhile, the City of Bakersfield has a new council member, Arias, a 24-year-old who was born and raised in Kern County. He was elected to represent Ward 1 during the general election on November 3rd, and he's joining us now live via Zoom to share with us more about himself, his plans for the City of Bakersfield, and more as he prepares to be sworn into his new position soon. We do want to thank him for joining us. He'll be popping up here in just a second. Can we start by you telling us about Ward 1 and what you would like to focus on as a member of the City Council?
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me on. Really appreciate it. I think that the city has a number of unique issues and challenges that we're working through, but I think namely residents are looking for answers on a couple of things, specifically homelessness and affordable housing, economic development, and really, bringing the community together to even out the playing field. And then also on the public safety issue, one of the number one things that we saw when we went door to door in Ward 1 specifically was that a lot of folks didn't feel comfortable even leaving their homes to go and do the simplest of things, like walk their kids to school or even go to the grocery store. So those are the three top priorities for me and hopefully for the city.
Now, what do you think that you're going to bring to the table that can really help make a difference in this city?
Absolutely. One of the amazing things about election night was that we were able to win by a pretty large margin. And I think that's in large part due to the very broad coalition that we were able to put together, including a lot of labor groups who supported me, a lot of the local elected officials who oversee and have overlapping districts in that area, as well as a lot of community support. So that broad coalition is so important because what we know is that, when we put our hands together and our heads together, we can really make a difference for our local neighborhoods.
Now, obviously, constituents voted for you. Now, of course, you are a younger candidate. Do you think there's a reason that people are tending to support younger people in leadership to represent them?
Yeah, I think Ward 1 is looking for change. I think they've said loud and clear over the past couple of elections, this one included, that the status quo isn't working, frankly. And I think that COVID-19 had a little bit to do with that and unveiling some of the deeper structural challenges in our community. And so I think that they're looking for a youthful, fresh perspective on the council. Someone like me who has the passion and obviously the youth and energy to get things done and shake things up.
Absolutely. And so can you give us kind of like a wrap up of the feelings of starting the process of actually running for city council to being elected and your feelings moving forward?
It's just been such an honor this entire time to really get to know the community on a deeper level and connect one-on-one with constituents. I never would have imagined running for city council during a pandemic. So that was definitely something that we were not prepared for, but nonetheless, it was something that we worked through, and it was such an honor to work and get to know the community on a deeper level and understand the real challenges in our community.
Absolutely. All right. Arias joining us. He is the new representative for Ward 1 on the City Council. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll be right back after the break.